As all of you know, I put on the calendar last night what we call the Collins bill, which would, if enacted, prevent the President's executive actions from last November from going into effect. Procedurally, that a vote on that will occur Friday. It would be cloture on the motion to proceed to that bill. In the meantime, I've indicated to the Democratic leader that I'd be happy to have his cooperation to advance the consideration of a clean DHS bill, which would carry us through till September 30th. With Democratic cooperation on a position they have been advocating for the last 2 months, we could have that vote very quickly.
Over the last week recess, a very important decision was handed down by the federal court in Brownsville, Texas, ruling in a case brought by 26 states, including Texas, claiming that the President's executive action was illegal. The court wrote a lengthy opinion in excess of 100 pages long and issued a temporary injunction barring implementation of the executive action. As you know, the administration now is seeking a stay of that. With this federal court injunction in place, any money that the United States Congress appropriates for the Department of Homeland Security will not go to fund the President's illegal executive action because it's barred by a federal court injunction. But what we need to do this week, as the Majority Leader has said, we need to make sure that the Department of Homeland Security is funded. We will do that.
Any sense of this House is splitting the bill this way? Any sense of how the House feels about that?
Well, our friends in the House have been saying it was up to the Senate, and they're right. I mean, because Senate Democrats have been preventing us from going forward on the DHS bill. My hope is that the Senate will act. I don't know what the House will do, but I do think we have a responsibility to act here. We have a solution to the problem that deals with both things. Number one, giving senators an opportunity to express their disapproval of what the President did in November, and some Democrats, as you know, have already announced they agree with me on that. And the other gives Senate Democrats an opportunity to have what they've been saying for 2 months they wanted, which was to fund the Department of Homeland Security through the end of the year. I don't know what's not to like about this. This is an approach that respects both points of view and gives senators an opportunity to go on record on both funding the Department of Homeland Security and expressing their opposition to what the President did last November. I would be happy to do that. That will depend on some level of cooperation from the Democrats in going forward to pass what they have said for 2 months they wanted to pass. So you might ask them whether they intend to prevent us from achieving passage very quickly and before Friday of a bill they've been saying that they wanted for the last 2 months.